think the Boss Young Managers Conference is necessary for the industry because it gives youngsters the opportunity to come together, network, and to learn about other companies, what's happening in the industry. And through that, I think the industry gains strength.
I mean, for me, our industry is all around people. So we need to make sure that we develop the people coming through, that we capture the right people, we engage with them, we train them, we mentor them.
I think the Boss Young Managers Conference is very important to attract and retain new talent within the industry to ensure it can continue to be successful.
It's really important that we allow people who are making their way in the industry this kind of opportunity to listen from people who've done it before, to bring their own ideas forwards and to help shape our future together.
So this is our third Young Executive Conference, so it means you're all young, which is good. But you guys basically are the future and we're relying on you to take this industry forward. So we want to bring positivity into the lives of those around you as well. Very important. If you're a type of person who makes it happen, you're the type of person who walks into a room, you will hopefully make people around you have a good time, feel good. And great companies don't hire skilled people and try and motivate them. They hire motivated people and try to inspire them. So I hope your companies are trying to inspire you. Hope your companies you're working for, if they're not, try and bring that into that company. Try and get your company to try and inspire the people around you.
I can safely say I'm very proud to be a stationer. The marketplace is changing and you're the people who are going to have to work through it. What is it we're going to be selling? Because it can't be lever arch files and pens and paper and whatever anymore. We have to get into cleaning products and technology and furniture, all those sorts of things. And if you aren't selling those things and your company isn't working towards selling those things, you need to be pushing. Because if you're not, you're gonna die. There won't be a marketplace left for you. So we need to be selling new products because the old ones are dying.
I do love the industry and I am passionate about it. And I think that one of the things that we need to do as a Boss Federation is how do we engage you guys in ideas and projects earlier so that we can get more out and again share ideas and share the experience that we've got in the business. So that's something that I'd like to see, Michael, moving forward. You only have to look into the marketplace and what's happening today as well in terms of the Office Depot and Staples merger, and you can see then that one of the prime drivers that they've quoted as the enabler is that the merger will allow resource to be invested back into new diverse product groups. So for me, diversification is happening, making sure it's relevant to the consumer as well, because you know what? We sell things to consumers and we don't need to forget that. So we need to make sure it's relevant and the way that we sell it to the consumer is relevant. There was a really interesting article done on the 19th of April in the Wall Street Journal, and it actually quoted the data is the new middle manager. And what does it mean by that? Well, it means that actually businesses are now looking at how they utilize data, the data that they get in, to actually replace people. So to make more informed decisions quickly, to take cost out of the supply chain so that they become relevant and stay relevant. So data for me is something that's not just the sales out, but it's also the way that we as an industry use our data to remain relevant to our customers. Consolidation's nothing new. It's been around for donkey's years. I'd like to use Newell Rubbermaid as my example of like what consolidation looks like. This is actually internal consolidation. In 2010, we had a guy called Mike Polk join. Mike Polk was the CEO. And basically, this guy really knew what consolidation was about. He basically, within 12 months, stripped all the GBUs out. He went to 2 business units. He took all those presidents out, all the vice presidents out. Working in that organisation at that time, it was scary, because every day you were going in, there was somebody else gone, and sometimes people were put in position, and if they didn't work within 2 weeks, they were gone again. But the reality of it was that he took the right decisions in terms of what needed to be done for the business to make the business prosper. And we took all that cost out. What he didn't do is he then just didn't put all of that cost back onto the bottom line. He then invested that back onto the core products. And the core products, in the case of Newell, is the brand. Consolidation will continue to happen when it's right for the shareholders as well. We have to make sure it's right for the product and it's right for the consumer as well, and that consolidation story doesn't lose that key selling story. I mean, if we look at today, the biggest consolidation story that's going on has got to be the Staples and Office Depot. If that goes through a $35 billion organisation, what's one of the stated intents that the organisations have said by doing it? It's a $1 billion saving, a $1 billion saving through that. So again, it comes back to the economics. Just some stats for you from a global confidence barometer. 83% of CEOs say that the economic conditions are improving. 76% are saying that they're focused on organic growth. But more importantly and relevant for this presentation, 56% are saying that they expect to pursue acquisition in the next 12 months. Now that 56%, that's the first time it's been over 50% since 2010. But one of the key factors for potential consolidation was lack of succession planning. And that, again, for me, is why these type of events are so important, because succession planning is you. It's not me, it's you guys. So what we've got to do, and where I started off the presentation, is just make sure that we enable you guys to make decisions as quickly as possible, and the right decisions. It's changing. It's really exciting. I urge you guys to be part of the change as well. We need fresh ideas, as we talked about earlier. The fact that we're the people up here presenting about what's going on. I think it should be you guys up here presenting next year.
We do need people pushing through, coming through as the leaders of the future. I'm really interested here in imparting to you not just a few ideas around diversification, but really something that will helpfully enable you to bring diversification into your business. There is no silver bullet in terms of diversification. There are lots of things we need to do. It's all about cheese. So we've got a lot of people in our industry nibbling away at the same bits of cheese. That's a problem. And diversification's not just about product. It's about different channels to market. It's about different ways of doing business. It's about bringing different services to market. It's about operating in different ways. It's about having different expertise. So it's much more than just product. We don't need to look too hard for diversification. It is all around us. We just have to recognise it and find a way of bringing it to bear in our businesses and in our industry. So if we all agree diversification is required, inevitable, something we have to do, it's not about the if we do it, it's about the how we do it. So hopefully now, if you are the leaders of the future, we have to allow you to bring these opportunities through the industry. So how do we do it? 4 things in terms of steps I think we can take to diversify. Explore, elect, enable, and then execute. Know your market. Take the time to research the market. Understand the market you're in. Know your business. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Where are you winning or losing against your competitors? What are your customers demanding? You can't diversify without knowing this. Know your customers. Not just who the biggest are. Also, who's the most profitable. The biggest doesn't mean the best. But take the time to explore, use some kind of decision-making tool to help you come up with the right ideas and thought processes to move your business forwards and to actually support your conversations within your business to help people listen to you a little bit more and maybe take some of these ideas forwards that you know are good ideas. What about elect? Actively choose what we're not going to do. What is too complicated? What is too expensive? What won't our customers want, and how far away are we from that? What can't we do? Quite a powerful tool is to elect what not to do. Enable. Engage with other stakeholders. We can't diversify without involving the right people across the organisation, whether it's a supplier base, a customer base, internal colleagues. They're all stakeholders. You have to engage with them. Measure what success will look like. Because once you've done that, you can then decide, is it successful? Do we do more of it? Do we stop? Do we do something different? Do we start again? And then execute. If you've done the right level of pre-work, there should be no degree of fear or nervousness that this won't work. We all know that when we go into something with confidence that we're well prepared for, we typically do a better job.
Data drives everything in our lives. It controls the entire journey you make wherever you go. And if data isn't right, you get to the wrong place or you end up with the wrong thing. And people don't blame the data, they blame the people who delivered the item to them. But it's the data that results in the experience. Our industry is so different and perhaps slightly behind in terms of where data is today. So visual search is the latest, greatest thing in search. You've seen Google, you put in words and stuff like that, but Oscope is one of the leading visual search systems, and what it enables you to do is to see pictures rather than text to make your buying decision. So they take feeds from Amazon, eBay, Flickr, loads of other brands, dump them all together onto one platform, and then you can search, select, filter across these multiple channels, and then decide where you want to buy from based on your selections. Video content. For me, not knowing the product I'm buying, video was really useful because it wasn't just a 10-second flip over or rotation. It was a 2-minute, 43-second video on all the features, how the battery goes in, where's the memory card sit, because the last one I had, every time I took the memory card out, the batteries fell out. I wanted to know that that wasn't going to happen. One photo doesn't tell me that. The 2-minute, 43-second video produced by the manufacturer tells me everything I need to know about that camera to make an informed buying decision. So lots of useful data. And then from there, one click to buy. So that's my experience of the outside world. And then it's sort of contrasted for me with a situation I had with a customer. I went on this on a Sunday afternoon as well to prove the point. Okay, so our live help feed is offline because we're not open. Contrast that with Amazon. I typed in chair, which is what my customer had done. The first returned image is a fellow's earth recycled mouse pad with beach chairs on it. Not the best result I can give when he's looking to spend £500 plus on a chair. But at this point, this was where the customer came to us and said, I don't know what I'm choosing. There's no video, there's no back of the chair image. What do all the buttons do? How do they work? There's nothing there. And that's what we give the buyers in our market. How many days a week do we offer next day? 4. Not 5, 4. You can order on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and get it next day. None of our online competitors offer 4-day-a-week next day. They're offering 7-day-a-week guaranteed times. We are behind the times. And I bought that camera 9 months ago, and it just stopped working pretty much. It wasn't taking shots all the time, which is why I needed a new one. So it was Sunday, I went on the Amazon help chat. Do you know what he did? No problem, sir. Find attached below the returns form. You can take that to any post office in the next 31 days if that's all right with you. I've credited the full amount to your account because you're an Amazon Prime customer and we trust and respect you. If we trust our customers, we have to trust our customers. And that means changing the conversation. The final part of the whole puzzle is what have we done over the last few years? Because we've not done nothing, just the world moves really fast. The problem is the speed at which we move is so slow. We are a mature market moving like a manufacturer, but data doesn't move that slow. Our data is sort of built for the Instagram world now. It's all photo-based, it's all instant. But we're still building it, if you like, for Twitter, if we're lucky. It's all words, the odd photo. We've got to think about the buyers that are coming through. Those people buy differently, and they expect the level of data far beyond anything that we do as an industry at the moment. So we need to wake up and realize that whatever's being done is not enough. But there are opportunities. And here's the biggest one. There's stuff coming through now that is actually good data. But how do you get that data onto your platform? How do you get that data to the end user? We need to unify and work together. We need a set of data that works either on one platform across the entire thing or across multi-platform. We will never get where we need to be if we constantly fight each other for the best data. Data should belong to everyone. There should be a Wikipedia of office products, right? And we should all own it. And if we did that, we'd all be able to sell more, because surely that's the goal of what we're here for, is to give more to our customers. Some people think it's a unique selling point. Our data's better than someone else's. But you know what? If you really want to make a difference, just set it free, because that's what data is about.
Pricing is such a big topic and it affects everybody that nobody really can get at it. Visibility and transparency, you just heard about data, and data is absolutely the key driver of this. The web drives price visibility more than ever and will continue to do so. You know, I think the price thing is always perceived that the online is the best price, but it's perception. It's often new product, or it's often specials, or the tail of product that is considerably cheaper, because still we price, as a trade, with that discount from RRP that we talked about earlier. We need to share data massively from the top down and the bottom back up again. We need to be understanding what the customer wants, their profile, the end user, the buyer, that business, that channel, that vertical, in order to be able to put products in front of them at the right price. And there's lots of people that play a part in that, and that's why it's challenging, whether that's the dealer, the consumer, the vendor, the wholesaler, the buying group. There's many links in the chain. There's good systems and there's good things being done. I don't know whether there's ease of access. We need to become specialists, not generalists. So we need to bring a huge amount of discipline and sense to what we're doing today. It's still very fragmented, and we're still very much, as we talked about earlier, trading on the old school way of this discount RRP situation. As I said before, the models are much more sophisticated that we're up against, but I don't think we always efficiently get that price reduction through to the consumer to generate additional sales. And that could be for a lack of understanding. I think what we're really good at as a channel in terms of like the reseller marketplace, with the support of the wholesalers, etc., is we're still able to offer a solution. So clever resellers are definitely not still focusing on price, it's a solution, but I still believe the channel's far too top down rather than bottom up. We need to collaborate more. A success I see again in the US is that whole back office system provider, wholesaler, dealer, collaborating in data, sharing information. So our world, our horizon of who our competitors are today is going to change dramatically. But sharing that data, working together collaboratively, will drive our ability to fight that competitive threat as it develops. I mean, if there's one thing that's clear, the data and price piece go hand in hand.
Women in Business, we sort of created it a few months ago, and it's really just a platform for us, actually, like-minded women to actually get together, to support each other, to actually celebrate the success of women in business. And I think it's just a great platform where we can actually sort of share ideas, where we can actually hold events such as this. There is a LinkedIn page, which is Boss Women in Business. So please go onto the LinkedIn page. We've got some activities going on. And the idea is to try and get more members on board so we can actually sort of hold events. We can look at doing some regional events as well. So please have a look on the site, and obviously be interested to have your support as well.
I'm going to start off by talking about the entrepreneurial landscape of the UK, because in the last couple of years, I've been working for the government helping people start businesses. And by default, I've ended up becoming a bit of an expert in what on earth is going on in this country when it comes to people starting businesses. This year has seen the highest number of startups start in this country on record since Companies House began. And it's not something that has happened by accident. So why? Why is that happening? And it's because of the rise of technology. Previously, it would have been very difficult because you have to go and get a premises on the street, or if you want to market yourself without having a physical marketing premises, then you have to resort to things like leaflets and advertising in newspapers and all the rest of it, whereas now you can just have a Twitter account. There's a few things that I have learned along my way that I would never, ever let go of. Never, ever, ever turn down an opportunity. Never. Because I have taken every single opportunity that's been put in front of me, and that is one of the sole reasons why I've ended up going on this incredible journey. People always opt for the safer option, always. And I've never been one of those people. And as a manager of the future, you can't just be safe. You have to be the person that is going to take risks and test the boundaries, because that's the way that you're really going to get the big promotions and become the CEOs of the future. The other one that I absolutely hold totally and utterly key, it's always about my team and treating my staff in exactly the same way that I would treat my best friends, my relatives, my children. It's completely true. I'm a firm believer in the people that you surround yourself with absolutely make you who you are. Having those principles that I've been taught by various mentors across my career has really changed my performance and has been evident in the way that my teams have always been completely loyal to me. And then the most important thing is you've got to absolutely love what you do and chase down that dream, because life is way too short to be doing something that you don't love.
I would tell a young person to come into this industry because it's an exciting, vibrant industry that is going through change. And change in itself is exciting.
I would encourage them to look at it with enthusiasm, patience, dedication, take the time to get to know the customers, the suppliers, and the many opportunities that sit in this channel.
Challenge the norm. Our industry is so well established that we need people to come in and challenge.
Now is the opportunity for people to come in here and really make a difference to this industry. That's what we're looking for.
Every individual can make a difference. Realise that you have a voice and have the confidence to make that voice heard.